वेल आई थिंक जो इक्वेशन था उसके हिसाब से हम चाहते थे, हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी थी कि हम पहले फील्डिंग करें और जितना रन भी अपोनेंट्स बनाए वो हमें थोड़े जल्दी में स्कोर करना पड़ता है। 16 ओवर या 15 ओवर ऐसा कुछ चांसेस हो सकते थे। दैट्स वाई वी थॉट कि अगर हम एक बैट्समैन एक्स्ट्रा से खेलेंगे तो हमारे लिए ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल रहेगा। बट डिफरेंस कुछ ज़्यादा ही हो गया। 40 रन के आसपास या 35 रन के आसपास से हमें जीतना था और हम पहले बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, सो थोड़ी स्ट्रैटेजी बनाने में उतना कंफर्टेबल नहीं था, क्योंकि जब आप पहले बैटिंग करते हैं तो यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज़ अ गुड स्कोर। यहाँ तक टूर्नामेंट की बात की जाए, आई थिंक क्वाइट सेटिस्फैक्ट्री परफॉर्मेंस रहा। अब दूसरे मैच का इतना बड़ा इम्पैक्ट हम पे पड़ेगा ये हमने सोचा नहीं था। ऑफ कोर्स वी न्यू कि थोड़ा इम्पैक्ट हमारे टूर्नामेंट में हम कहाँ तक जाते हैं उस पर थोड़ा इम्पैक्ट पड़ सकता है, बट एज यू सॉ जो मार्जिन था आज के पहले वाले मैच में वो मार्जिन बहुत ही ज़्यादा बड़ा हो गया, जिसके कारण हमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो गई। वेल IPL इज़ वेरी डिफरेंट। मैंने हमेशा ये कहते आया हूँ कि IPL वट एवर सेड एंड डन, इट्स अ डोमेस्टिक टूर्नामेंट। द रीज़न बीइंग काफ़ी इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स रहते हैं जो हर साइड के पार्ट रहते हैं, बट काफ़ी जो डोमेस्टिक प्लेयर्स रहते हैं उनका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रहता है। और जब एक इंटरनेशनल साइड के अगेंस्ट में जब आप खेलते हैं, हमारे सारे प्लेयर भी ऑफकोर्स इंटरनेशनल उसमें रहते हैं, बट सामने वाले की जो बॉलिंग अटैक है, व्हाट वी हैव फाउंड इज़ देयर बॉलिंग अटैक इज़ क्वाइट गुड। और हम काफ़ी बार अगर विकेट हमें सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, हमारे बॉलर्स को उतना सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, तो हम थोड़ा स्ट्रगल करते हैं। स्पेशली अगर आप देखें तो अगर फ्लैट विकेट हो तो वी फाइंड इट मोर डिफिकल्ट रादर देन सीमिंग विकेट। फर्स्ट ईयर जब हम खेले थे तो हमारे 90% मैचेस डर्बन में हुए थे और हमारे बॉलर्स ऑल ऑफ सडन इफेक्टिव हो गए थे। सो वट एवर वी वर स्कोरिंग वी वर एबल टू डिफेंड इट। सो if you ask me, I would prefer a turning track or a seaming wicket for a T20 game, personally, because it suits our bowlers more, compared to a flat track. Well, I think the same question was asked when we lost in Australia, and England and Australia. So is this one question that always arises when we have not done well. But if you just see the performance in this tournament so far, where we lost, we lost one game and we lost it badly, where I said, all of you are covering cricket for a long time and we all know what impact rain has on the bowlers, especially spinners, and if you have bowlers who don't bowl 140 plus. So, let's get practical about what the reason was and then assess, okay, was it the real fault of the players? It's not, and it can really happen in this format, and when you are at a stage, where other games are having an impact, you don't really want that kind of situation to happen, but, sometimes you're just forced to accept, what's... If you see the proper strategy as to if you're utilizing most of the players to the best of their potential, Virat Kohli needs to bat at 3. We said first 6 overs, if we lose too many, then Rohit Sharma goes in. If not, then Yuvraj Singh goes in for a considerable period of time. So more than the batting number, it was the overs, that we were relating to. And sometime a bit of change was needed. The reason being that depending on, what kind of bowlers the opposition have. It's always good to have a left-right combination, because if they're using the spinners, at least one batsman can still go after the spinners. We were looking to go after them in the sense, we wanted to make use of the new ball initially, because I knew if the fast bowlers, they can swing it a bit and get early breakthroughs, then after the 6th over we can put pressure with our spinners. But if you tried the other way around, it's more than certain that the fast bowlers, when they come in, it would be very difficult for them to get the batsmen out unless, they play a big rash shot. So we started with fast bowlers. We got the breakthrough that was needed. I think in between, they batted quite well, when one of the overs from Rohit, went a bit expensive, and, 120 was quite a low target to defend, frankly speaking, so overall we have won this game by 1 run or 2 runs, so it would be very difficult to say, if a few strategies would have been changed, whether we could have got them out for 120 odd runs. Well, it's not an experiment, frankly speaking, and also what we need to see is, where he batted at different points of time, because initially when he came into bat, he was forced to bat at 6 or 7, and I would give credit to him. He still went out and looked to hit the very first ball when the team needed, got out. That's why you'll see it will never reflect on the average. So you need players, who are playing for the team and not for their own averages. So that way we need to give him some backing. And after that we realized, youngsters coming in, I thought it's good that they bat up the order because there are more chances for them to perform well, and that's one of the main reasons why we said Virat will bat at number 3, and it has worked, beautifully for us. He's someone who gets in every time, looks to score big runs. If you force a youngster to bat at 6 or 7, the maximum he can score in an inning is 30 odd runs. He doesn't score 10 odd runs, and the average will remain close to what you said, 15. So I would still give him the credit. The reason being, he never thought of himself. He went in and we said, okay, 5 balls, we need as many runs as possible from you, and he always tried to hit the very first ball because it's very easy to play for yourself. Look to hit grounded shots, not get out, and be happy being in the side.